Good morning everyone. So today we are going to deal with the parts of a plant. Okay, in the last lecture we have done looking around us regarding the structure of a leaf. So today we are going to see what are the parts of a plant. Okay, so please focus on the whiteboard and don't go anywhere. So parts of a plant. Before that we have to understand the structure of the plants. Okay, and plants are very much special for all of us. Why? Because we get oxygen from the plants. Okay, and we human beings or any animals, okay, they release carbon dioxide. Understood? So this is the parts of a plant, but here I have drawn the two structures. One is plants, one is leaves. Okay, and I will go the detailed explanation on both the diagram. So this is the plants, clear, and these are the roots, and this is the ground. This part is the ground. This part is the ground, and these are the roots, and this one is called stem, STEM, stem. And you see there are short stems are there in which leaves and flowers are get connected. Again you see short stems are there where leaves and flowers are connected. See here, short stems are there where leaves and flowers are connected. These are flower, these are leaves. And what is the use of that? Before that we will see the leaf part. Okay, so before I will start the leaf parts, let me tell you there are mainly three parts are there. The first one is base, second one is stalk, or in other words you can say petiole, and the third one is we call it leaf blade or lamina. Okay, in your textbook you have seen this spelling of lamina, they have written LEMINA, but in some of the textbooks you will find LAMINA. LE or LA, same things. Okay, meaning will be the same thing only. Now just for the review I will read the textbook once. Or if you open page number 52, after that I will close the textbook, then I will explain it. What is that? There are three main parts of a leaf, parts of a plant, page number 52. The base, the first part is the base. It is the point at which the leaf is joined to the stem. The stalk or petiole, it is a thin section joining the base to the lamina. It is generally cylindrical or semicircular in form. The third point is the lamina or leaf blade. It is a broad flat part of the leaf. Food making process occurs in the blade. Leaf blade has a mid vein or midrib and many sided veins. Veins carry food and water in the leaf. They also support the blade much as the metal ribs support the fabric of an umbrella. And the last paragraph is written, the outer surface of the leaf has many tiny pores. These opening pores are called stomata. Stomata enable carbon dioxide to enter the leaf. A leaf has many stomata. However, the pores are so small that they make less than 1% of the leaf surface. Okay. So one by one I will going to discuss with you. The first one is base. Which part and which portion we call it base? Base means this short stem, okay, this short stem get connected to this stem, okay, this one also is stem. Which part? You see in the figure, this part, okay, and it is get connected here. So that is, this is the main stem, understood? And the portion, this one, see the portion, that is called base, okay. From here it is connected, okay, and the leaves, you'll get the structure of the leaves. So this is called the base, understood? This particular point is called base of the leaf. Now second part you see stalk or petiole. Which one we call stalk or petiole? This one. This, in other word, we call it short stem. So there are other two names also there, stalk and petiole. What is the work of this? In this petiole or stalk there is no work, okay. This stalk or petiole is a thin section which is joined to this leaf blade, or you can say lamina, leaf blade or lamina, okay. This petiole, this one, okay, this part, this stalk or petiole is connected. See, it is connected here, right? So it is connected to the lamina, or you can say leaf blade. Leaf blade means this whole structure, okay, this whole structure one, understood? Again you see here, this is a petiole or stalk, this is connected to the leaf blade, okay, understood? Now the third part is leaf blade or lamina. Leaf blade, this one, right, or you can say the lamina. So it is a broad or flat surface area, okay. Flat means flat, you take your textbook, this is what, this is flat, this is what, flat. You take leaves, flat, okay. And broad means what, it has wider shape, okay. This, your textbook also has what kind of shape is this? Is rectangle or square? It's a rectangle shape, right? So it has broad surface, okay. These leaves also has broad and flat surface, okay. Now why it is responsible, the leaf, okay, why it is responsible? So in these leaves food process occurs. Now you'll think on that, how here food process will occur, right? On that I will explain you. So in these leaves food process occurs here. Now coming to the third point, under this leaf blade we have this line, you see, we have this line. So that line is called midrib, and under that line, this is the middle line, right, which divide the leaves into half, okay. So under that line there are many branch, right, that is called veins, and between the veins, right, you will get small lining, small lining. You take mango leaves, you take neem leaves, you take this banyan leaves, right, you take it and you see from your naked eyes, you'll find between the veins there are small lining is there. So that lining is called small netted veins, or you can say winlets. Okay, in other words you can say winlets. Now in every leaves we have tail, right, tail part. That tail part we call leaf apex, or in other word you can say tip. Understood? So this is the overview of the leaf. What is the thing is there, what is the thing present in the leaves, and what we call, right? And after that we'll come down to the function of the leaves. So again I will repeat the same things. Okay, this is the structure of the leaf. So first we have the base where leaf is get connected. This is the base, and this base, the leaf is connected to the base of the stem. Okay, this is the base, we call the leaf of the base, and it is connected to this stem. Okay, it is connected to this stem. Okay, and in the plant if you see, these are short stem. This is called short stem, where leaf is get connected, right? So leaf is get connected in short stem, right? And this line is called stalk or petiole. This line is called stalk or petiole. Okay, one more thing, I have said this one short stem, right, but this is not short stem. Short stem is this one. In the flowering plant or in any kind of plants, these are called stem. Okay, short stem. This stem is the big one, the more thicker one, and this short stem has the less, and you can say less, not less, thin structures. So this is called the leaves of that, this part we call it stalk or petiole, and this stalk or petiole is get connected to the base of the lamina, or you can say to the base of the blade. Okay, leaf blade. Now see, sometimes if you see in the leaf, in the plant, okay, leaves, when it is get connected to the base of the stem, then you will find small grass size structures are there, right? That is called stuples. Okay, small grass type structure, that is called stuples, stipules. Okay, it is not necessary, but then also you should understand and you should know the word. If you pluck any leaves, if you pluck any flower, in that you will find this small shapes. Okay, that is not exactly leaves also, that is called stuples. Okay, now under the leaf blade we have this half divider line, right? That is called midrib, don't forget the name. And under that midrib we have lot of branches, that branches we call it veins. Okay, and between those veins we have small lining, or you can say small branch, right? So that we call it small netted veins, or you can say veinlets. And the tail of the leaves, that we call leaf apex, or you can say tip. Okay, this is the overview of the leaves. Now we will come to the function part. See, leaves has different colors. Okay, we have green color leaves, we have flat surface leaves, we have broad types of leaves, we have these blade types of leaves, right? Now the thing is that how the color of the leaves becomes green. Okay, In earlier classes I have discussed with you, because of green substance that is called chlorophyll, right? Chlorophyll. Because of that pigment the leaves turn into green. Okay, because of that pigment, what is called that pigment name? That pigment name is chlorophyll. Don't forget these things. Chlorophyll. Because of this green pigment the mostly found leaves are green. Okay, now the next part is that stomata. Stomata, what is that? Stomata, you can say this is the launch of the plant. Launch of the plant means what? In human being also we have lunch, right? You also have lunch. Me also have the lunch, right? Lunch, or you can say lungs. Two pronunciations are there. So somebody says that lungs, somebody says like lunch. Okay, and lunch and lunch is different. Okay, don't pronounce it in this way, lunch, lunch. Okay, don't pronounce in that this way. Okay, or better you can pronounce lungs. Okay, lungs, lungs. Lungs means where you can breathe in and breathe out. Okay, like this is what I'm doing. Breathe in, right? Breathe out, and this is breathe out. Okay, this is breathe in, breathe out. So in leaves also this process is there. Okay, and that is doing by stomata. And you have this confusion, right? How stomata we can see in the leaves? There is no such things. Yes, there is present in the leaves. Okay, how? If you use microscope, with the help of microscope, if you see the leaves, you'll find small tiny pores. Small tiny pores in the leaves, right? So tiny pores means what? Tiny pores means, tiny means what? Small. And pores means what? Pores means holes. So basically small holes. So in leaves also small holes are there. So what is the use of that? Listen, what I mentioned, lunch. Lunch means what? Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, we human being, we inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. Okay, so plants, what they do? They inhale carbon dioxide, exhale oxygen. They release oxygen. Why? Because of that only we are living, right? Because if there is no oxygen, then how can we live? We'll die. With the all living creatures will die. Okay, and actually these plants, okay, it balances the environment. Okay, and because of the presence of air, it purify everything. So these small holes, what they do? What is the work of that? See, the outer surface of the leaf has many tiny pores. Okay, and those tiny pores are called stomata. In other words, you can say lungs of the plant. What is the purpose or what is the function of stomata? Stomata enable carbon dioxide. Okay, stomata enables carbon dioxide and enter into the leaf. It enables carbon dioxide and enter into the leaf. And how it enables carbon dioxide? How? Have you ever imagined like how plant of the leaves, they receive carbon dioxide and after that they release oxygen to all the living creatures? Listen, now you come back to this plant. Okay, parts of the leaf I have explained to you. Now the thing is that how plants receive carbon dioxide and they, after that, how plants receive carbon dioxide, after that they release oxygen to all the human beings. Okay, but how? See, this is what, this is sun. What is the function of sun? So you'll say, sir, for the sun gives us the light. Okay, and that light comes to us in the form of energy. Energy means what you can say energy? Okay, energy means the things we take, we get energy to work something. Okay, and energy means it's not like that they will fight with somebody. Okay, no, not like that. Okay, energy means that we get charged up and we do some useful works. Okay, see, sunlight gives us the light. All if you know that it gives what? Light. It gives us light. Okay, now in the last class I said that one word, photosynthesis. Okay, and I will explain this photosynthesis now here. Okay, this is the plant, this is the structure of the plant. How leaves, these flowers, everything gets energy or everything gets functioned. Okay, now I will tell you this one also, how plants make their own food. Why plant, they do not depend on anything. Okay, because plants is the only things that depend on himself. Okay, depend on themselves. Okay, not himself, themselves. Plant makes their own food. This is the root of the plant, this is the basic structure of the plant, this is the root of the plant. Okay, and this root receives water from the underneath of the ground. Okay, you know, in underground, in underneath we have water, right? It receives water. What are the things that receives water? Roots receives the water and it forms nutrients. Okay, nutrients means the food for the plant, and it will go through the stem, and stem will circulate to everyone. Okay, and in this also there is one process is there. You see, when sunlight falls to the whole plant, okay, then every leaves, okay, they started to function. And what they do, they charge this stomata. In the leaves, stomata is there. So stomata get alert. Okay, and what is the function of stomata? It enable carbon dioxide and enter into the leaf. How it enable carbon dioxide? When sunlight falls, in the form of energy, okay, that energy gives carbon dioxide, okay, that energy means carbon dioxide, okay, and that gives glucose to all the glucose means what? Energy, okay, that gives glucose. This is the formula for carbon dioxide, and that carbon dioxide gives glucose to the leaves of the plant, okay, and after that they supply food to every parts of the plant, okay. Here you see there is one word we call veins, right? What is the work of veins? Veins carry food and water. Veins carry food and water and supply to all parts of the plant, okay, and supply to all parts of a plant, and everything process occurs, okay. Sunlight falls, these all the leaves, okay, all the leaves they charged up, and after that stomata get alert, okay, get receive the message that is it has to be function, and after the stomata enable carbon dioxide. How? When they it forms the means in the form of energy. When light falls, okay, it converted into energy, and that energy is called carbon dioxide, and it is enabled by stomata. And stomata what they do, it produce food, okay, it produce food for the plant. Here only everything happens, okay, it produce food for the plant, and through all this process the water, okay, the roots, the water is, see, listen to me, how the roots get water. The roots trapped water from the underground, okay, in the presence of sunlight. See, I will write one line here, don't get confused. The roots trapped, the roots collects water in the presence of sunlight, okay. That process is called photosynthesis. Photo means light, and synthesis means putting together, okay. This is all about photosynthesis. This is all about the process. See, now you have understood how carbon dioxide forms, okay, how plants receive carbon dioxide, and after that when plants get food, and after that they release oxygen, okay, to purify the air. And we all human being and we all living creatures, we are getting benefits from the plants, okay. Now page number 53, just I will read out the 5 points, okay. The function of a leaf, what is that? Whatever I have explained, you can tell me from that also, okay. What is the function of a leaf? First of all, leaf they prepare food for the plant, okay. And after that the veins carry food and water for all parts of the plants. This is the 2 points. And see, some leaves they store food and water, okay. For example, cabbage is there, spinach is there, okay. Any vegetables items are there that we are using for vegetable purpose, okay, cooking purpose, or we are eating those leaves, okay. Then this some leaves are there for medicinal purpose we are using, neem, tulsi, these plants, okay. See, first point, green leaves make their own food in the plant. Leaves help a plant to breathe air in and air out through stomata. I said because of this stomata, okay, the leaves, or you can say the plants, they are responsible, they receive carbon dioxide and they release oxygen. Leaves veins supply food and water to all the plants of a leaf blade, which then transport the same to all parts of the plant. I said the veins what they do, they carry food and water to all parts of the plants, okay. Some leaves store food as they can be eaten raw, such as spinach, mint and cabbage. I said some leaves they store food. Why they are storing food? Because they can be eaten by we people, or we eaten directly those things, okay. This spinach, mint and cabbage. And these some leaves such as tulsi and neem also we are eating directly for the treatment purpose, like cold and cough, okay. And I told you, how does leaf make food? Leaf make food in the presence of sunlight. When sunlight falls, okay, they got charged up first of all, and they give the signal to the stomata. And what stomata will do? Stomata enable the carbon dioxide. How? Because when sunlight falls towards the plant, okay, the energy formed, okay, that energy is called carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide gives this in the form of glucose, okay. Glucose means food to the plants. After that they release carbon dioxide, okay. This is all about how does leaf make food. Leaf make food means they are preparing food. Leaves, they are responsible for preparing food for the plants. Okay, so this is all about this chapter, looking around us. So in the next class I will going to start our next chapter, is called plant adaptation, okay. So till then stay tuned, and I hope today's lecture you have understood at least some of it, okay. If you have any kinds of doubts, please do tell me and clarify your doubts, confusion and everything, okay. And this is my request, okay, whenever you go through the question and answer, or choose the correct answer, true, false, and whatever is there in a textbook, please once read your textbook. Reading textbook is it will enable your reading skills, okay. It will enhance your this IQ skill, okay, and it will build your quality. Understood? So with that, today I will leave, okay. Thank you everyone. God bless you and stay blessed, okay. Take care.